In the last episode, we left you off showing the fuel line that was leaking in the front of the car. So today we are going to address that, and we're just going to cut out a little section of it and then splice it with some rubber fuel line that we have for when we did the repairs at the gas tank. Before I can cut out the old piece of line, I have to undo all of these like fuel hose clamps. Now, I'm going to get them out of the way and show you guys how we're going to repair this. We've got the old piece of fuel line out. I don't know how well it'll show on camera. Focus, but right in here there's a small pinhole, and it was facing up on the car, so it was hitting the body and then just trickling everywhere. So good thing we were able to pinpoint it. Next up, cut a small piece of this fuel hose. It's about 2 inches longer on either side of that one, and then slide it on, hose clamp it, get it going, fire it back up. All right, here we go. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Good. Leaking? Nope.
All right. Let's put the cover back on back there. Get the back seat back together. Then we'll take it out for a spin.
Finally.
Smells like freedom. The car has cleaned up so nicely. We got the plate on it, and we're about to take it for the first drive, but I just want you guys to look at something back here. I just called Maiden Employment to get an alignment. But look at them tires. Going in, going in. Yikes. I don't know how well you can really see. Let me zoom in. But like, look at that. That is abysmal. We don't seem to have any issues with sealing besides on this door seal. Here, there's a little bit of water on that chair, but the sunroof's holding up, that door's holding up, all the other doors are holding up, so she's pretty watertight still. steering's so loose. Ooh, my foot slipped off the fucking car. Oh, it's slipping. Jesus, probably should have dried my feet. Come on, 5 first. There it is. Back in the garage after the Maiden voyage. We got some lunch, we got some gas, and in typical E30 fashion, is leaking gas. Who would have guessed it? We don't know exactly what's going on, but we're going to pull up the rear seat here and just see if we can't tell exactly where it's coming from. We know it's coming from this side, we just don't know exactly where. So, we forgot to tighten down the little nuts that hold the sending unit in place. Tightening those down is going to solve our problem. But listen to how good this thing sounds. We're going to leave it off here. I scheduled an appointment with the dealer to get the car aligned. I'm also having them go through all the bolts in the rear that we put in to make sure that they're torque to spec, because I know 90% of them aren't, because I don't have a torque spec sheet for this vehicle, which I should probably get, since we're going to be tearing into the front end at some point. But this has been a long time in the making, getting this thing back on the ground, running and driving. We got the seats, the floor mats, everything's just coming together so nicely. The temp gauge does work. While we were driving, it was working. The speedometer started working because we replaced the speed sensors, so we know that the cluster is good. We just have to replace the components that feed the cluster. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a long time coming, getting the vehicle running and driving the way it's supposed to. In the episodes to come, we're going to be working on other vehicles. We're also going to be driving this, taking it to car shows, and just enjoying it before we tear it back down again. I do have some surprises coming for this vehicle, so stay tuned for what we're going to do next.